friends, how are you all doing? My name is Shaz, short for Shahrazad, and I love colorful makeup. Today we're going to do another to buy or not to buy video. In these videos I talk about makeup that has been recently released or that has been announced and is going to be released soon, and I will tell you whether I'm intending to purchase them or whether I've already purchased them, or generally my opinion. And I encourage you to also write to me your opinion in the comments box below. Also, at the same time, I'm going to do this eye look with the Passion in Paris palette from BH Cosmetics. This palette came out sometime last year. It's a beautiful palette. And I'm going to complement that with the So Below palette from Shine by SD. This is a gorgeous palette that came out earlier this year, and it was recently restocked on the Shine by SD website, so it should be available still. If you forgot to purchase it, don't sleep on this. And I'm so excited to be jumping into this palette and with both of these two palettes. If all of that sounds good to you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My handle is in the description box below. Now let's go into the video. I was wearing the same nails last week, if you remember, and that's because these nails are lasting a little too long and I'm enjoying that. I love it. They're so cute. But anyway, they're Halloween-y. I'm trying to be Halloween-y. I'm using Painterly by MAC. I mentioned this last week that I'm going to be out of the country for 2.5 weeks. So I had to take a day off, get the 4th booster, do some errands, and in that process I did some shopping. I bought a lot of candles from TJ Maxx. This is one of them. I bought a lot of pumpkin spice candles because I'm so afraid that by the time I'm back they're all sold, and you know, now we're going into winter, because by the time I'm back Halloween is gonna be over, and you all know how things work around here. The minute Halloween is over, everything becomes Christmas. So it's like as if fall ended. Let me get started by going over some of the restocks. I have literally received 200,000 things from BH Cosmetics on Instagram that they have restocked their collection with spooky stuff. And I don't think there's any particular spooky thing there, because I think these are still their older palettes from that they came up with last year. I don't think there's anything new, but because of that, I decided to use BH Cosmetics. And then this is the one I'm super excited about. Shine by SD is restocking these, folks. This is the Duality collection in collaboration with Monica and Lisa, and I'll put their handles down below, Instagram handles. They're artists. They do sort of eyeshadow palettes and a lot of fantastic swatches and eye looks and things like that on Instagram, and they're super creative. And I recently received these two palettes. I ordered them some time ago in what we thought it was going to be the last stock, and these are just insane. Folks, don't sleep on these. Do not sleep on these. This collection and a bunch of other things that are also coming up in one of my videos very soon are my first order from Shine by SD. And folks, don't sleep on this brand. I'm just so mesmerized. I'm so mesmerized. Judging by the number of hits and the views that my video of the dupe of Good Sports got in the first 48 hours, I think people are very interested in me swatching multichromes, swatching singles and things like that, which means now you're giving me a lot of new ideas. So there's going to be a lot of things coming. Actually, I do have at least a couple of videos coming up with single collections from these awesome multichromy super creative brands that are probably going to come in the next couple of weeks. So definitely stay tuned for those. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much. Let me scooch over and get started. Oh, a couple of other things are also restocking. Adept is restocking some of their palettes, including House of L, which was supposed to be gone forever, but it seems like people are really liking that palette, so it's being restocked, and I think it's restocking today. So if that was something you were interested in, don't miss out on that. Colourpop restocked the Avatar Last Airbender. Wahala palette from Juvia's Place has restocked. In addition to House of L, this Saturday is when the Minka palette and the face palettes from Adept are going to stock. I'm probably going to start buying a week before I come back, but in the next couple of weeks I'm not going to buy anything, just because things could come and they could go to some black hole and never to be able to be retrieved. In fact, I had ordered and recently received this one. Video coming up that I had to go across the world to different post offices to figure out how to retrieve. So I'm not going to let that happen to things that are going to be ordered during this time. So nothing's going to be ordered in the next 2 weeks. Just saying, and who knows, maybe by then there will be some sales going on some of these items, which means I can get some discount on them, which would be great for my budget and means I can buy more things to review. But let's move on because it's already been too long. Also, friends, I'm going to be using these beauties from Rephr. If you all remember, I mentioned in an older video, and I think I even showcased it, that I purchased Rephr. Rephr had a sale on their website 2 months ago, and I purchased all their eye collection set because I use eyeshadow brushes on the daily, as you all know, because of this. And the reason I picked Rephr for today's video, apart from the fact that, you know, it's time to use these brushes, is because of the first thing we're going to talk about, which is the fact that Rephr is having a brush set coming out. So they're having a new brush bundle. I think they can also be purchased individually. This bundle has 5 new brushes. It looks like there are 3 eye brushes and 2 face brushes. You can also now buy all of their eye brush bundle, not just with these brushes that I bought. So I bought, back then it was 15 eye brushes. Now you can buy the extended bundle that it has all 18 brushes. So it has the 3 brushes from the new collection, and you can buy that collection for $180. The original price is $423. So that's less than half the price. A part of me is kind of intrigued to try them. Particularly, there is one that looks like a liner brush, and folks, it's very hard to get a good liner brush. That's like one of those hard brushes. And then there is another brush that in the description of the brush, it says it's for hooded eyes. And folks, you know that I have hooded eyes, and that is another thing that some brush, like if there is a really good brush for hooded eyes, I would be curious to try it. One thing that I noticed on the Rephr website is that they have this option where you can buy 3 of their brushes for 50% off. So if I feel like I absolutely have to buy these 3 eye brushes, I'm going to probably opt for that option. I'm going to add the 3 eye brushes in that bundle, in that 3 brush bundle, and I'm going to purchase that. Otherwise, I don't use face brushes. It makes absolutely no sense for me to buy face brushes knowing I have enough face brushes and I don't even put things on my face. I rarely, I mean, you all see, I rarely put, if I do anything, I put some blush, I might put some highlighter, and a lot of that I put, if it's cream products, I use my fingers to apply that. So if you're interested, it's available already. You can go on the Rephr website and buy this, and also tell the rest of us in the comment box below what your experience has been if you end up buying these. This is something I'm excited about. And the thing is that this brand takes a lot of time to deliver, so this I could totally even buy today. And that is these things from Touch of Glams. I'm going to put the photo on the screen. I've talked about them in another video. They're available at this point. I'm not going to go through the details again because I've already talked about them in another video. I'll tag the video here for you to go and watch in your own time if you want, but just wanted to say now that they're available, I'm a little intrigued, and I've actually been on the Touch of Glam Etsy shop and I've added them to cart, and I'm just wondering if I should press buy. The only thing is that they're a little expensive. So Touch of Glam is an expensive brand, you know, for multichromes and very special shades. Perhaps the price makes sense. When I tell you that I'm looking for special shades to purchase, literally this is what I'm talking about. I'm also very intrigued by the whole marble effect. Touch of Glam back in the day used to have like 15% or something like that off with codes. It would be great to get some money off if I'm buying the whole bundle. If you know of anybody who has a code, can you write the code or the name of the person down below for myself and the rest of us to use? It would be great to get some money off these expensive bundles. Okay, I'm gonna jump right in with this purple color called Sacré-Cœur. Sacré-Cœur means Sacred Heart. It's a church in Paris that's atop of a mountain. It's in a region of Paris called Montmartre that used to be, and maybe it's still, you can say it still is, a very artistic type place. It's at the top of a mountain. You can go there. There's going to be outdoor artistic vendors and things like that. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I feel like I'm talking about a lot of French influenced palettes. Folks, you all suggested that I try Oden's Eye and these two palettes. Both of them are gorgeous. At first I thought, you know, the red one is me. Then I was like, no, the cool toned one is me. No, I don't even know. Like, I want both of them. I saw somebody do swatches and eye looks, and it seems like it also has some multichromish colors. And folks, I'm very, very intrigued. As you all know, these are already available. I already received a request to buy and review these, so I kind of, you know, I kind of have to. That's more excuse for me to buy these, right? But of course, you all also asked me for a couple of other things to buy and review, like the Minka palette and the Blend Bunny's new All Done Up collection. And I think we should wait until I come back and see if everything is still going to be relevant. Because you all know, in 3 weeks, half of these are not going to be relevant anymore. There's going to be a whole slew of new things, and we're not going to remember that these existed. Anyway, folks, these are $43 or $44 each. And they're already available. So, and I think they recently got stocked like a couple of days ago. So they should still be available if you're interested. Friends, I'm gonna pick a small brush and I'm gonna go into this Montmartre, which we talked about Montmartre, right? Montmartre is the region where Sacré-Cœur or the church is inside. And I'm gonna use this in my outer V area. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pick a packing brush. I decided to do this across my lid. I'm going to go back into that same color. And I'm going to just go. You all can see the pigmentation. I love, love, love BH Cosmetics. Although, folks, we've talked about it. I don't know if they're the same anymore after Revolution bought them. If you've tried the new stuff, let me know. These are $2 each, folks. So as we know, LA Colors, I think, is sold at Walmart and Target or both. And it's a drugstore brand, but I think these are super cute. I mean, I would try these. Yeah, so this is called the Hallo Queens collection. It's available. They're cute. Love the colors. I would totally be somebody who would buy these and they would just sit on my drawer without me opening a single one, because I have a lot of other things that have multichromes and sparkly and this and that would be the first thing I would gravitate towards over this. Does that mean this isn't good quality? No. Does that mean this isn't good? No. It's just similar to this palette. Frankly, this palette is a fantastic palette. I think I've used it twice. Because in my head, I go to the multichromes. I go to the, so it's, and I also have a lot of stuff. So just because I'm not going to use it if I buy it doesn't mean it's not good. It's just that I'm going to gravitate towards something flashier. You know, folks, if I end up being in Target, and I might go to Target to buy some provisions for the trip, but if I do, and I find these and they're available, I might either buy the one that has the red, or I might the one right below it with the pinks to the teals. If I find them and buy them, I'll make a video for you. I'm going to use this one, which is kind of a new brush for me, and I'm going to use it to blend these two colors into each other. So Colourpop section of the week. Colourpop is releasing their Not a Box of Chocolate collection. It is available already. There's a 16 pan eyeshadow palette in there. There's 3 lip lacquers and 4 lipsticks. I'm not intrigued about the palette because it's all neutrals. If you're into neutrals, this is probably your thing. But folks, this is so boring. I saw this and I was like, didn't Colourpop just come out with this? I'm talking about this one. Like, seriously, do we need all of these? Did we really need both of these? I don't know. Are we like going back in time now? We were progressing so well from the times when you would buy blue eyeshadow that wouldn't even give you blue pigmentation. We progressed into this kind of shade, and now we're going back to the neutrals. I mean, seriously. And the brand is called Colourpop. And you're giving me this? I do like the lipsticks though. Colourpop lipsticks, in fact, I feel like I have rarely used any other lip product on this channel than Colourpop. Most of the lip products I've used in this channel are from Colourpop, so you already know my affinity towards Colourpop. But yeah, folks, objectively, it's pretty. It reminds me of BH Cosmetics, but pass. They also have another Star Wars palette. Did we really need another Star Wars palette? Like, didn't they come out with 2 Star Wars palettes this year? These two? Anyway, this is for C3PO and it is launching on the 27th at 10 a.m. PST. I'm probably the one person who has been living under a rock and has not watched, I might have watched one Star Wars episode just because somebody else wanted to watch and I kind of got tucked into it. I understand people liking series like that because there are other types of series that I'm into. So I understand the concept. And Star Wars specifically is not my thing, obviously. So I don't even know what this is. I'm supposing this is a character. And the palette looks like something we've already seen from Colourpop like 5 times before at least. I do have to say, I like a yellow palette, but this isn't entirely yellow. Also, is it just me or is Colourpop just constantly increasing their price? I remember a day when a 12 pan palette was $12 and I remember thinking to myself, each pan is $1. And now this is $16? Okay, they have another thing coming out. Why am I not surprised? It's Colourpop. This is called Enchanted Holiday Collection, and I think this is unique to Ulta. Folks, I can't deny these two are pretty, particularly the pink one. However, between this and what Gloss God recently released, which looks extremely similar, I would obviously opt for Gloss Gods. Particularly that Gloss Gods has fantastic shimmery multichromy shades. Friends, I have at least 2 reviews for Gloss Gods palettes. I will tag them here. Do not sleep on Gloss Gods. It's a fantastic brand. The only issue is it's coming from Sweden. The shipping is a little expensive. I think I already mentioned I'm trying to figure out how I can order these things to my hotel in Poland so that I don't have to have them shipped to the US. Folks, we've talked about a lot of stuff Glaminatrix. By the way, it seems like they already shipped my mystery bundle, although I had emailed them to delay it. So I'm really hoping it doesn't get lost in the mail. I'm gonna have the post office hold my mail for me. So just fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And when I receive it, probably when I come back, I will review it for you all. So Glaminatrix is asking everybody if they wanna see the You Beauty palette come back. I do have some of the colors for this palette that I bought in singles, namely Good Day. Do I have Good Day here? I don't. And this one, Flaming Gala. Let me see if I can do a swatch for you. It's insane. This is like a shimmer multichrome pink to gold to like green. The video is not capturing it. It's gorgeous. I have said time and time again, don't sleep on Glaminatrix. It's a great brand. If they bring this palette back, I might be tempted to purchase it, although I have some of the colors already. It all also depends on whether you all are interested in seeing a video with a palette that is old, and also what else is happening at that point in time, because if there is going to be a lot of new things coming out, then I might not have the budget to purchase this. But they've also asked if people are interested in having a palette come out in a mini size, which then could mean it would be smaller pans and a lower price. And smaller pans is always good because I can't remember having ever hit pan on any eyeshadow palette in the last 5 years because I just have too many of them. Anyway, moving on. I'm using the same dark color in my lower lid. Friends, I'm going to use a little bit of glitter primer now. It seems like Lunar Beauty is coming out with a new release. Manny sneak peeked it some days ago. It's going to be an advent calendar. There's going to be a 12 pan magnetic palette with 12 shades, and you're going to sort of unbox the shades for 12 days. I think the concept is super creative, and I think 3 shades have been sneak peeked upon sort of reveal. There are also going to be 2 lip glosses with this set, or sorry, lip oils. In Tease Me and Love Me, $19 a piece. The advent calendar is $50. I have never used Lunar Beauty. At the time being, I'm not going to buy anything, but the concept is intriguing enough for me to say, maybe I'll buy this when I come back if it is still relevant. Let me know what you all think. Those 3 shades look unique enough to have grabbed my attention, and they are up my alley. However, the issue with things like advent calendars and things like that is they usually want to appeal to the masses. So they're not going to have unique shades in those. That's the only challenge with things like that for someone like me. So most times things like this have a lot of neutral shades, have a lot of shades that are going to look nice on anybody. It's not going to be something that's very radical and unique, which is the stuff that I like. Anyway, let's move on and let's do, I'm going to use So Below for this look, and let's go into this shade. The issue is the names are on the back, but I'm not sure if it's the top one or the bottom one. Like, I don't know which one is this color. If it's the top one, it's Bizarre. If it's the bottom one, it's Oracle. But this is the color that looks blue from my angle and looks purple from yours. Let me see if I can capture the shifts. I can't, but this is the one, and I'm going to put it, let me show it to you, and I'm going to put it directly on my lid here. I'm tapping it. The next thing I want to talk about is 2 palettes by Notoriously Morbid, Reality Bites, and Groove is in the Mattes. It seems like these are all matte palettes, 5 pan, pretty nice palettes. Do I have a price? They're $17 each. You can also buy lipsticks. There is going to be 15 matte lipsticks released. I'm going to put a photo up. $12 a piece. These are all available. You can use codes for getting money off. Folks, don't forget to use people's code for anything you want to purchase. Just figure out if someone has a code and get some money off. Don't buy these things full price. Nothing special at this point in time. There was a palette by Notoriously Morbid that I still have my eyes on. I'm going to quickly put it on the screen. If it comes back, I might buy it because I'm just so intrigued. I just really want to have this palette. It's so beautiful. The next thing I want to talk about is this. I found this so cute. I mean, I know it's a little creepy, but it's cute. I saw this and I was like, I want this. First of all, I think it's a brilliant idea for a rainbow palette. And I hear the Profusion has good quality. I have not managed to find Profusion. I think I asked in another video where you can buy this, and somebody told me it's sold at Walmart. I have not seen it at Walmart. At least in the Walmarts I've been to, I haven't seen or found any Profusion product, but it's sold at some Walmarts apparently. So this is called Spookorama Web of Eyes. It's $13, and it is a rainbow palette, and it looks like it's a combination of mattes and shimmers, and it has 36 shades. I would totally be somebody who, if I see this, I just out of the intrigue, I would purchase it and I would try to see what the quality is like. I've heard good things about Profusion. Now, maybe it doesn't compare to, you know, the high end. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Maybe it does. Because to me, Colourpop which is drugstore prices, is in some ways better quality than a lot of high end. So it really depends. If you know, let me know. The next thing I want to talk about is Unearthly Cosmetics. And I feel like I talk about Unearthly Cosmetics a lot. They're releasing a lot of stuff recently. Good for Unearthly Cosmetics. But before that, let me jump back into this. Let me go into this one. And for that, I'm going to use one of these brushes. I'm going to go into it. The name of the color is either Pale Night or Permaheart. And I'm going to put this in my inner corner area all the way to that color that I put at the center. Yeah, so these are beautiful. You all know that I'm in the market always for magnetic palettes. These are already available. They came out on the 19th. I particularly was very drawn to the one with the 3 witches. That is totally me. You can never have enough magnetic palettes, particularly when they have nice artwork on them. Honestly, I feel like there's a shortage of a magnetic palette that looks beautiful. These are $20 each. I'm sure if you use someone's code, you can get some percentage off. And honestly, that's not a bad price. So it says the one that has 3 witches on it holds 35 of Unearthly Cosmetics' 32 millimeter eyeshadow pans. 32 millimeters is larger than the average size. I think the average size is 26 millimeter, which is this size. It holds a lot of shades, and for that, honestly, $20 is good. Particularly, get some percentage off. If you can get 20% off of that, you get it for $18. That's a good price. And knowing there's a beautiful artwork on it, yeah, that makes it a special item. I would definitely buy that. I might purchase these, but I'm probably going to wait and purchase it when there is something else from Unearthly Cosmetics so that I can bundle it. I saw swatches for their Halloween palettes and I thought they were very beautiful and different. Although I don't know if they're bringing these palettes back, but I don't think they had advertised them well enough. So Unearthly Cosmetics, if you're watching this video, just a suggestion. I was not sure why these palettes were $50. It seems like some of the colors were very nice duochromes blending into multichromes that I saw in the swatches that people have done on Instagram, and I think you should have mentioned that in the website. Anyway, moving on. I saw this from Mad Beauty, and I've told you all I'm a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. The 2 palettes, I think the palettes are cute, particularly the Jack palette. I think the Jack palette color story is pretty. I'm not buying it, obviously. It's all neutrals, and I'm also leaving the country. Also, I do feel like there's a little bit of redundancy there, but I think it's an intriguing and nice color story. Also, I like the other stuff. The bubble bath that looks like Jack's head, hand wash duo, body sponge, generally other stuff. Body tattoos, like I just found them super cute, and I thought these would be things that I would actually buy and use. Like this is something I could totally see myself picking a couple of these pieces, like the body tattoos and things like that. Okay, so I saw this one from Oma by Sharon C. It seems like Oma by Sharon C is the more economic brand of Oma Beauty. Maybe they're targeted for the younger audience. The way it was described on their website is just something that is more drugstore. This stuff seems very Gen Z to me. It's colorful, it's pretty. I like the lipstick collection. I feel like I just like lipstick collections. Although I'm on a no buy for lipsticks, I'm drawn to all the lipsticks. You know, my mom used to say, if you're on a diet, it doesn't mean you can't look at the menu. I also kind of looked at that green eyeshadow. I have never used Oma Beauty, and I've never used this brand either. I don't know if the qualities are comparable or not anyway. In fact, this might actually be the very first release of this Sharon C brands, of the Sharon C sub brand. But if you have purchased anything from them, from this collection, let the rest of us know whether you liked it or not. Frankly, when I saw the palettes, it reminded me of that release by BH Cosmetics. What was it? The Say It collection, this one. I thought it was BH Cosmetics coming out with quads, and then when I clicked on it, I was like, oh no, this is a completely different brand. Yeah, so there's going to be blushes, there's going to be eyeshadow quads, there's going to be bronzers, and there's going to be lip colors, there's going to be lip glosses, and there is going to be lip balms. So, and it's already available. Yeah, so it says that Oma by Sharon C is available at CVS Beauty, omabeauty.com, and Walmart. So it is the drugstore equivalent of Oma Beauty. This next one I talked about last week. It wasn't fully released at that point in time. Triple X palette by Martine Cosmetics, or Martine Cosmetics if it is French. It also has a highlighter palette with 3 shades that's releasing at the same time. Can't deny, this is a gorgeous palette. I watched Nikki Raven's video with this palette, and that video sold the palette to me. It's a gorgeous palette. I would be open to the idea of purchasing this after I come back if you all want to see me review it. If the palette would still be relevant when I come back. It released sometime in the middle of this past week, so it might no longer be relevant in 4 weeks, right? So we'll see, but let me know. NBA Cosmetics is coming out with a whole lot of stuff. The first one is this palette, Vintage palette. However, I'm surprised why they're coming out with this palette now, because this is a very spring color story, right? And it's gorgeous, and I think if this had come out in the spring, I would totally buy it. But right now, Halloween hasn't even come, so surprising. 6 mattes, 5 shimmers, 1 duochrome, $34, and it is already released. So it should already be available if you're interested. If it's still around by the time spring arrives, who knows? Maybe I would be interested, but not right now. And they also sneak peeked their holiday collection, and I'm excited about seeing more of these. I don't know how many palettes this is, but this looks super intriguing, folks. I don't see this brand talked about a lot on the influencer space on YouTube, and I don't understand why. You know, maybe it's not discovered yet. The few videos I've seen had very good things to say about the brand. They're not that expensive either, so I'd be more than happy to purchase something and review it if you all would like to see. This next one, folks, is so cute. Glamlight is collabing with Scooby-Doo. I don't own a lot of things from Glamlight, and I think the last thing I purchased from them was the first Michaela palette, which I purchased over a year ago. So it's already been more than a year since I've purchased anything from them. I don't remember the reason, but it wasn't the quality that was the issue. Maybe the size of the palettes were the issue. I have 2 very large palettes from them, and I also have a donut palette, and it's, you know, it's very bulky packaging. It's not very easy to store, and it's also not very easy to sort of take around with you because it takes a lot of space. But these 2 caught my eyes because they're small and they're ideal for traveling, folks. I've talked a lot in this channel about the fact that I travel a lot, and I'm always looking for palettes that are easy to travel with. And something like this, nice color story and easy to travel. And they have a mirror. I don't need to take an extra mirror with me. Perfect. I also looked at the lipsticks. It's coming out with 3 lipsticks. And they have lashes and also liquid eyeliners, as well as a mascara and a highlighter palette. The highlighter palette is $18. They're duochrome iridescent lighters. Palettes are $20 each. That was another thing about Glamlight, is that I never felt that the prices were very high. I thought the prices were very reasonable. So $20 for each of these palettes, that's pretty good. That's like $40 for 20 shades. Not a bad price. Of course, if the quality is there. So I might purchase something when I come back. Let me know what you all are thinking. Would you like to see me review this? Do you think this would even be relevant in 3 weeks? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to review it if it's no longer relevant, because a lot can happen in 3 weeks, right? We all know. Revolution Beauty is collabing with Shrek. I don't remember Shrek. I mean, I remember the concept. Is it like one of those things that has multiple movies? I think I've seen the first movie. Clearly, I'm not into Shrek. I don't remember the story, and that green creature doesn't look very good. Yeah, so clearly I'm not going to purchase this. Another thing is that Revolution Beauty seems to come out with something new every week. And frankly, when a brand comes out with something new every week, I wonder how much time and resources they've put into the quality. And honestly, even if they've put a lot of time and resources in the quality, I don't like to think that I'm buying something that's going to be passé next week, right? Do we even remember when Clueless came out? That was like 3 weeks ago. Or when the Strange and Unusual palette came out? That was 2 weeks ago. Or the Coraline that was last week, you know, it's like when this comes out, we already forget the other things. So do I want to buy something that's going to be passé tomorrow? No. The only thing that intrigues me in this whole palette, obviously knowing that I don't get the references probably because I don't remember the movie if I've seen it, and I do think I've seen it, but I don't remember, is that green lipstick. And I like the outer packaging and the design on the lipsticks as well. In the Middle East, we have a green lipstick that is made with henna. It's one of those things that kids love because it's green, but when you put it on your lips, it turns into red because it's made with henna. And it's sort of magic, so kids love it. Anyway, when I saw this, I don't know if that's sort of the concept here. Don't quote me on that because I don't know if this is supposed to do that, but it just reminded me of that. So clearly this is not for me, so moving on. Okay, friends, my eye look is complete. I also put a little bit of ultra blotted lip in the color Slide from Colourpop. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not sleep on these two palettes from Shine by SD. They're absolutely stunning, as you can see on my eyes. Also, let me know in the comment box below if you want me to do a dedicated video for these two. The reason I haven't done it yet is because the palettes were supposed to not be available, and it makes no sense for me to make a video about a product you cannot purchase. But I can do a dedicated video now that it's coming back. I can do a dedicated video swatching them and doing maybe 1 or 2 more eye looks just to give some perspective of what's going on. Even if I swatch them, that might still be useful. As I mentioned multiple times earlier in this video and also in my last video, linking it here just in case, I'm going to be out of the country for 3-ish weeks. I have a lot of things pre-filmed for you that I'm going to be posting, so my channel isn't going to be completely empty. There's going to be things posted, a lot of palette reviews, a lot of single reviews and things like that. So I'm not going to leave, but the to buy or not to buy that I try to film on the weekly is not going to be posted exactly in this format. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Also follow me on Instagram. My handle is in the description box below. I love you all. Have a fantastic weekend, and until next time. Bye.